Hello, so now we're going to play custom campaign Successor made by Panel, and it begins with Act 1, the Ranjit Prince. Alright, so make your choice, watch the prologue. We will watch the prologue or go straight to the playing the game. History of Ravania. See also the prologue. The Ravanians are an ancient people from the continent of Enoria. They are peaceful people, living in villages on the plains of Donaria and in the forests of Sylvania. Even though they have always spoken the same language, they weren't united under the same banner until the year of 1034, when Navarre I, son of the Count of Sylvania and the Countess of Donaria, unified the two lands and gave birth to Ravania. At this point, the new country became a very attractive target for invaders because of its vast amount of resources. The great migrations weakened the Ravanians' military force, while the Phanarian Empire was expanding to the south and was threatening to invade. This is why the Ravanians became a vassal of the powerful Phanarians. This lasted until 1343, when the new Ravanian king, Navarre III, refused to pay the tribute and fought bravely in the Battle of Guyane, where the Phanarian army was crushed thanks to the tactical genius and bravery of the new king. Therefore, Ravania gained its independence, and Phanarians were forced to sign a peace treaty that would make them stay away from Ravania for a long time. Unfortunately, the prosperous rule of Navarre III ended swiftly with his assassination in 1350. The people behind it remain unknown, but all evidence suggests that the Phanarians were the ones behind it. The lack of successor meant that a civil war broke out between three former generals, each of them feeling that the throne was rightfully his. It was thus inevitable that they would be caught by surprise when the Phanarians crossed the southern border with a huge army. By the time that the Ravanian army was on its feet, Donaria was already half occupied and the Ravanians suffered defeat after defeat, until the capital of Ravania itself, the great city of Kron, was forced to surrender. The Phanarians tried to occupy Sylvania also, but the bravery of Sylvanian warriors, along with Donarian refugees and their good use of mountain passes, made it impossible for Phanarians to go further. So they stopped the offensive and appointed a new ruler over Donaria, which became their province. The governor that they appointed was called Willem. He was a nobleman of Ravanian ancestry, but he had spent most of his life doing military training in the Phanarian capital of Salar and was loyal to the Phanarians. He was instantly labeled by the Ravanian people as the usurper, and was despised and mocked on every occasion, though the Phanarian rule meant they had to obey him. At this time, a legend rose among the Ravanians which said that the old king had an heir, and even Ravanian priests were speaking about a prophecy concerning a man surnamed the Successor that would kill the usurper and unify Ravania, bringing peace to the kingdom once again. In 1365, 15 years after Navarre's death, these rumors intensified. Everyone was talking about a certain Prince Kral, which was supposed to be Navarre's illegitimate son. He was hiding somehow here in exile and was rumored to be building an army in order to reconquer Donaria and chase off the Phanarians and the Usurper. Okay, so let's start. Welcome. Before starting the game, please take a little time to adjust your settings as follows. Okay. If you want to watch the prologue, click on Red Pavilion. We'll watch the prologue. Prologue: A Nation in Agony. Panel presents The Successor. The battle for Ravenia has begun. Credits. Utilities. Zanzer Lotter 4 Immobile Unit Psi Gold, Digit for Aoki Trigger Studio, Enrique Arduino for new units and object template, Music Kitaro, Playtesting Beefy Tanks, the Triangle Puppy Chops. Okay, he's talking about creators and inspiration. We're playing on moderate difficulty. Act 1, The Renegade Prince. Renegade Prince. On the island of Terrell 15 years after King Navarre's untimely death. The time has come, my brave ones. We need to go and win back our country from the hands of the Phanarian infidels and their puppet, their pathetic Governor Bullen. Captain Taran, but my prince, our forces are still no match for the Phanarians. In my humble opinion, trying to take Donaria back with a handful of soldiers would mean suicide. Why not wait for more recruits to join? Oh, what is this I hear? The sound of my bravest soldier wetting the insides of his armor. Careful, Taran. If we remain here any longer, the Phanarians will come searching. We need to get out. And I started to miss the old country anyway. Besides, there'll probably be a lot of Ravenians willing to join us as soon as they hear my name. Okay, enough talking. Prepare the ship and let's get going. We need to reach the shores of Donaria before sunset. Alright. Kral and Taran must survive. You have only one transport ship. It must not sink. Bring Kral, Taran and their troops to the shores of Donaria, marked by bull flags. Okay. Let's go.
Bid fear. Bid fear. Bid fear. Bid fear. Bid fear. Bid fear.
Alright, let's... We need to be very careful. The journey is not long, but Phanarian vessels rule these seas. Alright, we shall save. Alright. So let's board the transport ship. So let's save again.
Bid fear.
So we have secured our transport route. Alright. Alright, so let's save again. It's all of them. Yes, they are.
Bid fear.
My lord, we have captured this lighthouse. We can use it to fire. We can use it to fire arrows against our enemies. At last, the shores of Ravania.
Kid.
Okay, so
Done cut.
pardon me, Prince Kral. You know who am I? Speak. What is it, peasant? Of course I do. Everybody here knows the successor. I just wanted to warn you. Villain knows of your arrival. He has sent a huge army your way. In that case, we'll have to see for ourselves just how huge that army of pathetic cowards really is. My lord, we might really be outnumbered. Are you sure we should face them now? Taran, you're my friend, but it would be wise of you to never question me again. I didn't come all this way for nothing. We stay here and wait for them to come. Then we slay them. What's that sound? Seem they not here. road ahead is blocked. We are trapped. Peasant, it is time for you to help your prince. I need to find a way to hide inside the delta to the north at once. Ah, so you're the famous successor. Of course we'll help you. We'll clear the way for you right away. Come on, lazy bones, go and chop the prince a path into the delta. There you go, your highness, the road is clear, but are you sure you want to go in there? Of course I'm sure, we're running for our lives here. Well, then you should know about the White Fangs, hideous monsters that live in the delta and have been terrorizing our village lately. Oh, let me guess, if I get rid of them for you, you will be so grateful that you and your friends will join my army. Villager confused. Well, if you put it that way, I guess we would. Enough talking, we have no choice. The Phanarians will be here any minute. Now, just tell them you haven't seen any successor around. If we run into any of those White Fangs, we'll be sure to slay them. Growled to himself. What have I gotten myself into this time? I need to find a way to avoid getting eaten alive and escape the Phanarians at the same time.
Bid fear.
Kral and Taran must survive, find a way to get rid of the Phanarian troops and the White Fangs.
Bid fear.
Alright, we're going to swamp.
Ho.
We have heavy casualties, so this will be difficult. But let's continue.
Bid fear.
Is this the White Fang? What a weak creature, will be done with these monsters in no time.
Bid fear. Done cut.
Don't be silly, Taran, this one was just a baby.
Bid fear. Done cut. Bid fear. Bid fear. Bid fear.
What's this little girl doing here alone in the middle of the swamp? Please help me. I got lost here when I went fishing with my father. Can you bring me back to him, please? Sure, we can do that. Your dad will be surely grateful. But where does he live? He lives in a little village in the west of Donaria close to the Badlands. He is the village blacksmith. That's pretty far away, but we'll see what we can do. Just don't stay in our way when we fight and try keeping your mouth shut.
Vargara, to.
Optional objectives: find the little girl's father in the village close to the Badlands and bring her to him. Alright, so we need to keep her alive. And let's continue.
Bid fear.
If only I had some few berserks left, but never mind. Let's go on.
Bid fear. Bid fear. Done cut. Done cut. Done cut. Done cut. Done cut. Bid fear. Bid fear. Done cut. Done cut. Bid fear.
Another one. Damn, they just keep coming. But why? Why doesn't he attack us? Because I told him not to. Mysterious voice. Old hermit. Greetings, my friends, and welcome. What brings you to this lonely swamp I call my home? I am Prince Kral, son of Navarre III and rightful ruler of Ravenia. Though I am currently running for my life, who are you, and how on earth did you manage to tame that beast? Oh, you mean Rex? He's been with me since he was a baby. Besides, after staying here as long as I have, you learn to get along with these creatures. But wait a minute, did you just say you were Navarre's son? How is that possible? Yes, I am, and I don't like repeating myself. If you really don't believe me, maybe this will change your mind. Kral takes off his necklace and shows it to the old hermit. Old hermit stunned. I can't believe it. You really are Navarre's son. I knew him. I knew your father well, Kral. So then, will you help me? I could use your talents to tame these white fangs. They might come in handy when I face my enemies. There is only one problem. Before I can do it, we need to get rid of their leader. He is easy to spot. He is the only one with a colored fur. And he is the biggest. By the way, my name is Mohan. I will help. I was a close friend of your father. I'll do everything I can to help you claim your throne. Thanks, old man. I won't forget this. Now let's go search for the